What's going on, everybody, and welcome to episode 6. We are here again with career mode in Microsoft Flight Simulator 24, and we are commercial pilots. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and turn our engines on. We do have a 2-hour flight ahead of us today. Let's go ahead and get everything turned on, get our passengers inside. And hopefully we'll have a nice, safe, and enjoyable flight today. And of course, we have the old faithful, old reliable Cessna 172. All right, let me slow down here just a little bit. Mixture is full throttle. We're gonna push that in just a few. We'll leave our avionics for last, and we're gonna make sure that our fuel selector is set to both. And we should be able and clear to turn key, 1, 2, and clear prop. All right, let's go ahead and turn our avionics on. Everything is looking good. Let's get those RPMs up just a little bit. Not too much. All right, we are looking good. Our exterior pre-flight is complete. We did that. Oh, well, we have to get our passengers in here. All right. Let's go ahead and cut the engine. Let's get our passengers in here, and then we will go ahead and
Proceeding
take
to
off.
boarding now. Ladies and gentlemen, please come aboard and take your seat.
Roger that, Captain. They're on their way. Have a good flight.
Ladies and gents, be welcome.
Right, let's go
favor,
mixture
Captain.
full.
I'm expected in Bloomfield ASAP, so if you'd speed it up a bit, I'd appreciate it.
You're in a
I
Cessna
was informed at
172.
the
No
boarding that
speeding
I'd
it
have
up.
network throughout the flight. Just wanted to let you know I really need it for some important calls, so please avoid cutting off the connection. Much appreciated.
Go ahead and request IFR.
Saginaw clearance delivery, WM. 223 Whiskey Mike Alpha Tree, 59er ready to copy IFR clearance to Whiskey India, 89er.
223 Whiskey Mike Alpha Tree 59er is cleared to Whiskey India 89er Airport as filed. Expect runway 23. Maintain 7,000 feet.
Weather's good here,
Departure
but I'm not sure
frequency
what
is
to expect
127.7.
once we get
Squawk
there.
5302.
We'll acknowledge.
Clear to Whiskey India 89er as filed. Runway 23. Maintain 7,000 feet. Departure frequency is 127.7. Squawk 5302. WM. 223 Whiskey Mike Alpha Tree 59er.
WM 223 Whiskey Mike Alpha
Read
Tree
back
59er.
correct.
Read back is correct. Contact ground on 121.7 when ready to taxi. Good day.
Hello, everyone. Please give your warmest welcome to our passenger, Madam Williamson. She's close to one of our top athlete clients.
Oh, we have 3
The
people
service
today.
must be
Okay.
impeccable. Our
I saw 2
5-star
people walk
reputation
up.
precedes us. Have a good flight, Captain.
All right. Let's request taxi clearance, and we'll go
Saginaw
ahead and get this show on the road.
223 Whiskey Mike Alpha Tree 59er with Alpha. Ready to
You know what we
taxi
got? We got our
IFR.
coffee.
WM 223 Whiskey Mike Alpha Tree 59er. Taxi to and hold short of runway 23 using taxiway Bravo Alpha Cross runway 14 Alpha. Contact tower on 120.1.
Make sure everything's working well. All right, everything looks good. Let's go ahead and take our parking brake off and start our taxi.
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 23 using taxiway Bravo Alpha Cross runway 14 Alpha. WM 223 Whiskey Mike Alpha Tree 59er.
Welcome our passengers. Welcome aboard Wingman Air.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of our flight team, we would like to welcome you on board flight WMA 359 bound for Bloomfield. Our flight time will be 1 hour 34 minutes. We expect an on-time departure, and we're currently ready for takeoff. I will keep you informed of any key updates as we
Go
go
ahead and
through
set
the
our
flight.
flaps.
Thank you.
10 degrees. We're gonna keep an eye out on that windsock too, so we don't have any surprises. I can already feel my plane pushing to the right. I hope that's not me. Might be. Yeah, I mean, it's just okay. It's all right. I want to go too fast here on taxi. All right, flaps are at 10. Let's do one last check here. Turn that on. I honestly don't know what it does, but yep. All right, bats on. Mixture is full. Fuel selector is set to all. We are looking good. We are looking good. Looks like this might be our turn here into runway. Let's take a quick look at our flight today. I'm going to set my parking brake. I'm not sure what our initial climb is going to be, or at least the altitude for it. Okay, we're not taking off this runway. We're going to be taking off runway 23 into our initial climb. I estimate maybe like around 7,000 to 10,000 feet. I'm not sure what the cruising altitude is, but we'll see once we get up there. All right, let's continue our taxi here. Should be a good flight. Remember last flight we flew from decent weather to a incoming storm. I think I remember the difficulty on that one was a 1 star, I think, out of 5. This one's a 2 out of 5 stars, so I mean the weather looks great here. We're flying west. I'm not sure what the weather's going to be looking like out there. I'm in free flight a lot though, so fly a lot on this plane. I have a lot of hours on this plane, so I mean, kind of prepared for anything other than a hurricane. That's one thing I can't seem to figure out. Hurricanes and this little thing, it's too light. I mean, the wind, it just throws it. I can handle crazy gusts. It does get a little wild sometimes, but hurricane is just, it gets wild. I mean, you literally just get thrown everywhere. We have about a hour and 30 to a 2 hour flight here. I'm not going to fly the whole 2 hours in game at least. We'll probably skip ahead. Not that I don't want to, it's just that's a long time. All right, everybody seems to be buckled in. We are coming up on our hold short point. Great day to fly. Windsock. Looks like we're gonna have a headwind heading out of here. Keep that in mind. I think I'm gonna retract my flaps. We'll go flap 0. Let's try to get maximum speed here for takeoff. That way we can pierce through that headwind. All right. Go ahead and request takeoff.
Saginaw Tower, WM. 223 Whiskey Mike Alpha Tree 59er at runway 2 tree ready for departure. IFR to Whiskey India 89er.
WM 223 Whiskey Mike Alpha Tree 59er, altimeter 29er 80. Cleared for takeoff runway 2 tree.
All right, we are cleared for takeoff. Let's go ahead and let the passengers know.
Cleared for takeoff runway 2 tree, WM. 223 Whiskey Mike Alpha Tree 59er. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board this flight to Bloomfield. I'm here to ensure you have an enjoyable journey today.
Hit the
If
runway.
there's anything I can do to make your flight more comfortable, please let me know. Please fasten your seatbelt. And remember, this is a non-smoking flight. You'll find a safety briefing card in the seat pocket in front of you. Prepare for takeoff. Thank you.
All right, we did our checks. Everything is still looking good. Mixture's full. Selectors both. We did take away our flaps. Last 1 second check. All right, we're good to go. Let's do it. We're full throttle. Airspeed's now alive. Headwind doesn't seem to be a problem. And we're gonna start our rotate now. $7,000 feet looks to be our cruising, or at least our initial. Speed's looking good. I'm gonna bring my nose down just a little bit here.
WM 223 Whiskey Mike Alpha Tree 59er contact center on 127.7. Good day.
127.7 WM. 223 Whiskey Mike Alpha Tree 59er.
Looking good here, still on track.
Center WM. 223 Whiskey Mike Alpha Tree 59er is
Speed's
passing
looking good.
1,500 feet, climbing 7,000 feet.
WM 223 Whiskey Mike Alpha Tree 59er, center, altimeter 29er 80. Radar contact. Continue.
Bring that speed up a little bit, try to get to 7,000 as quick as we can. If not, the tower will definitely let us know that we're taking too long. I'm gonna turn to our straight here. We are looking good. I do have autopilot. We might use that to reach our 7,000. It's just the autopilot gives me so much trouble. I need to take the time to learn that. Doing good here. Creeping up on 3,000 feet. And we are now at 3,000. Alright, this might be a good time to let's see what we got going on. I think what I usually do, I just press too many buttons trying to get this thing right. Let's bring that nose down. Gotta watch that speed. 3,300. Turn vertical nav mode on and autopilot on. Might have to bring our nose up here. And that should do it. All right, we are climbing. Bring our nose up more. Autopilot is engaged. See if we can get our heading here correct. All right, we got navigation mode, approach mode, heading select mode. We're going to turn that on. And we should be turning to the right here just a little bit. All right, everything's looking good. Going pretty fast here, so I'm going to bring my nose up just a little bit more. Looking good, looking good. Turn my vertical speed mode on. Let's see if that does anything.
Yeah, I'm on my way. Everything's set up there, so it should go pretty quickly. I give you a call.
Coming up on
Can you send me the
3,800
driver's
feet.
number again? I forgot it when I left. Thanks. Talk to you later.
Hopefully we don't get a call from the tower asking us to expedite our ascend. Airspeed's looking good. It's dropping, but it's not doing it. Not doing it fast. Bring my nose down a little bit. We're getting close to it. Still a beautiful day. Still have no idea what to expect once we get there. Are those windmills out here? They are. And they're spinning. Oh, that's pretty cool. The windmills are actually spinning. Let's watch our speed here and bring my nose down. All right, looks like we're getting some of that speed back. Yep, we're getting some of that speed back. That's good. Everything's looking good. Passengers looking really excited. That's good. Still full throttle, and we will be until we reach our cruising. Look at those windmills down here on the left. They're just spinning. Would not expect that. Wow. A lot of them. All right, we're at 5,600 feet. On our way to 7,000. Airspeed a little slow here, but we are still climbing. A little slow, a little slow. Have to bring our nose down here just a little bit. Gonna slow us down on our climb, but we are now approaching 6,000. That's good. Look pretty leveled here. Still climbing. See if we can get back on track here. We're not far off at all. Looks like this over here should be our flight path, I guess. Pretty cool. Speed still looking good. Coming up on 6,500 feet shortly. I wonder if flight sim they're ever going to incorporate I guess like emergency events, weather, engine outages, stuff like that in the career mode. That would be pretty cool. Hopefully it would be something as simple as like an update, because I mean, my goodness, I don't know when the next flight sim would come out. Well, yeah, I guess it comes out every 4 years. Then again, in the next 4 years, I doubt another flight sim's coming out. Especially with how good this one is. Bring our nose down a little bit here. Approaching 6,700 feet. That's good. Watching that speed is still dropping, our airspeed. There we go, it's climbing again. Yeah, I can't see us getting another new, or at least a new flight sim in the next 4 years. I can't see it. This one's too good right now. I mean, there would have to be some big tech updates, and I don't know, for them to push out another one. Unless they're just known for pushing one out every 4 years. Don't get me wrong, I would like one in another 4 years. Going to inform our passengers we're at a cruising altitude.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And
glad to
let's
be
get
your captain
a
today. First, I'd like
altitude
to
hold.
welcome everyone on behalf of First Class Wings on Flight WMA 359. We are currently cruising at an altitude of 6,400 feet and an airspeed of 70 knots. It's 11:03 a.m. and are expecting to land in Bloomfield approximately at 4:07 a.m. local time. Current temperature of 80 degrees Fahrenheit. If the weather cooperates, we should get a great view of the area as we descend. I'll update you before we reach our destination. Until then, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight.
All right, so we reached our cruising altitude. I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead to our descent. Hopefully they don't take away too much of our bonus that we like. This job is I think 174,000 credits. So hopefully at the end of this flight we can still reach somewhere near that amount. If not, that's going to let me know kind of what we're looking like for the future, as far as us doing these full flights or not, or at least skipping it or not. So I'm gonna go ahead and skip here, and I'll see you guys on the descent.
WM 223 Whiskey Mike Alpha 359er. You can cancel IFR. Continue VFR to your destination.
All right, we're now on the descent. Gonna try to get my bearings here.
223 Whiskey Mike Alpha 359er, contact Chicago Center on
All right.
133.35. Good day.
We're at 2,100 feet. Just acknowledge that handoff.
1 for WM. 223 Whiskey Mike Alpha 359er. Chicago Center, WM. 223 Whiskey Mike Alpha Tree 59er is passing 2,200 feet, climbing 2,900 feet. WM 223 Whiskey Mike Alpha Tree 59er, Chicago Center, altimeter 2979er, radar contact, continue. Chicago Center, WM 223 Whiskey Mike Alpha Tree 59er. Cancel IFR at this time. WM 223 Whiskey Mike Alpha Tree 59er. IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
All right, so, all right, 1 second.
Whiskey India 89er traffic WM. 223 Whiskey Mike Alpha Tree 59er. 2 miles northwest. 2,700 feet. Inbound to land. Runway 22. Whiskey India 89er traffic.
I guess we don't have anybody at this tower. That's fine. I was a little worried here if I skipped that they would just throw me into final or like throw me into base or something like that. But no, we still have a little bit ways. Well, I mean, we're in the traffic pattern to land now, so that's good. It gives you enough time to adjust and get everything right. They also put you at a decent altitude, no flaps, so you have time to still do everything. So that's good. We're heading towards our downwind now, and this U-turn, and then we'll be coming up shortly here on the runway. Weather is looking good. I'm not feeling any wind that I should be concerned about. But of course, we'll wait and see once we hit on our base and on our final. Make sure I don't overshoot anything here. I'm not too familiar with, well, I'm not familiar at all with this airport. See if we can get an eye on it. I'm expecting a paved runway. Should be flying over it right now, actually. Oh, that's a small runway. All right. Let's take a look here at it. Seems real short. Watch my speed here. Can't get a better angle than that, but it seems like a short runway. We should be good though. Now let's watch our altitude here. We're about to approach our downwind. I'm gonna come off the throttle a little bit here. Go wide here a little bit, just so that we can kind of kill some of this altitude. Not ideal.
What's happening? This is an intense ride here.
Sorry about that. Thought I was doing landing practice for a second. We'll get back smooth. All right, we're coming up on our base here. Our altitude is still a little high. No throttle, altitude is looking better. I'm gonna go ahead and turn into our base. Can't forget we have passengers on board. All right, we're looking a lot better here. We're at 1500. I still want to look for my first notch of flaps. Going a little bit too fast for me here though. Could have sworn the tower said climb to 2900, so I started pulling up immediately after we came out of that skip. I'm gonna hit my first notch of flaps now. Let's lock in. We do have final coming up here. I'm gonna go ahead and start my turn now so I don't overshoot. Bring some of that speed back in. I think I do have the runway in sight. 1,300 feet. I'm going to go ahead and hit my second notch of flaps here. My nose did want to pull up. That's great. Announce that we're on final. I do have the runway in sight. Weather is
Whiskey
cooperating,
India,
so that's good.
89er traffic WM. 223 Whiskey Mike Alpha Tree 59er.
Last notch
is
of
on
flaps
final.
now.
Runway 22
30 degrees.
to land. Whiskey India 89er traffic.
All right, we're locked in. Need more power. There's a car on the runway. Wow. I mean, we take it. That's a safe landing. Man. Probably our vertical speed there we needed to watch out for, but I think we're just dropping way too fast. That's all good. We got down safely. This thing want me to go. All right. Get a nice turn around here. This is like a highway right here. That's why it was a rough landing. There's a highway. You know, it was real bumpy right there. Weird. I mean, this sim is so good. I can't even get mad at stuff like that. I mean, that stuff like that happens. I don't know how, but
Whiskey India 89er traffic, WM. 223 Whiskey Mike Alpha Tree 59er is taxiing to parking. Whiskey India 89er traffic.
I mean, the passengers were being a little dramatic, so.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lake Geneva Air Estates. Local time is 10:14 a.m. For your safety, the captain has requested that you
I really
remain
hope I didn't
seated
damage
with your
my landing
seatbelt
gear.
fastened until we come to a complete stop.
Hopefully it
and
wasn't
the
that
seatbelt
bad.
sign is turned off. Please make sure you take all your belongings
Oh,
with
sorry,
you when you
dude.
get off. On behalf of the entire company, we would like to thank you for choosing first class wings. We look forward to seeing you again and wish you a pleasant stay in Bloomfield.
All right. Nice little flight there. Oh, we hit a satisfactory? Oh, we haven't hit one of those in like forever. Great flight then, I guess. Minus that one little, you know, rough little turn there. I guess the landing just wasn't a problem at all. Man. Oh my God, they took so much. They took like 100K for skipping. Jeez. That's fair though, I guess. Man, our reputation went up. That was a great flight. Thank you everybody for stopping by. We're gonna continue the grind on career mode for sure. Appreciate y'all stopping by. Have a good one. Take care.